Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on a few orders that I got yesterday. So I'm going to head over to the store. We do just have to pick up a couple more things and then we'll get to sewing. We are pulling up to the store. I'm gonna grab a few fabrics and just some more thread, and then we are good to go. Okay, so I am back in the car. I got the fabric that I needed and the thread. Tell me if I got a steal or not, because normally I buy the titanium rotary blades, but this seemed like too good of a deal to just pass up, and it's 5 of the Fiskars for $8.99 of the regular, not the titanium. Like, does that seem right to you? They were all labeled $8.99, so maybe they just mislabeled them, or maybe they just sell them that cheap, the regular ones. I'm not too sure, but I remember buying the regular ones the first time I ever got them, and they didn't last very long, so I've just been getting the titanium, and I don't have to change it out very often. I'm back in the studio. So I found this. It has a mark on it, but that's fine because I'm gonna paint it pink anyways. It was originally $26.99 and I got it for $4.24. Yeah. So I'm gonna paint this. Either I'll definitely use it for my markets. Either I'll use it to hold stuff in here, or I'll use it flipped over and to like have stuff on the table, but then have stuff a little higher up, maybe like for the makeup bags or something. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I am gonna spray paint all of the sides and the bottom. So we'll get that going. Okay, so now that the AirPod cases order is all finished and packed up, we are working on the tote bag. About halfway done with it. I just need to get the outer panels done, and then we'll sew together the lining, and then we'll just put it all together. Also, I just have to say a huge thank you to all of my new subscribers. It honestly blows my mind that so many people are clicking on my videos and choosing to spend a little time with me here in my sewing space. I just started filming to kind of share a peek into the process, and now here we are, real people watching me. Alright, if you guys made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment down below MVP just so I know. And I do appreciate you guys being here. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. I got my dog over here because there's food obviously, but thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I know, I'm corny. You're welcome.